So that took me 5 years to learn. And that wasn't the first time I filmed it. I had to film it like a few times because the getting the setting up is the hardest part. Once I'm handstanding, I can hold it 30 seconds and even breathe while holding it. But the reason why I want to show you this, even though it's nothing special at all, is because for me, it just took such a long time to get this, and I think there's a lesson in this. So, you know, for learning the one-arm pull-up, front lever, this stuff, you know, it was really easy for me to learn. But the handstand is something I've been struggling with for so long, and you know, I've been doing calisthenics for 5 years, and I wasn't able to do it. And it took me a pandemic to finally, you know, learn it. I was stuck at home for the last 2 months, and basically I'd be working, and then every, you know, 15 minutes I would try to do a handstand and try to hold it. And finally I can kind of, it's definitely improved a lot in the last month. And I think, you know, one of the reasons I hated training for the handstand was, I just, you know, there's all these other people that can learn it in like 2 weeks. And because I had such a hard time learning it, it was just, every time I would train, I would just get so frustrated and it just wasn't enjoyable. And I think the lesson is really just to kind of, don't compare yourself with others, and just, you know, just know that as long as you're consistent, you're gonna get better at whatever you're training at your own pace. But as long as, you know, it's improvement, even though it's slower than other people's improvement, it shouldn't really matter, right? If you're struggling on a certain skill, whether it be the handstand, you know, one-arm pull-ups, one-arm push-ups, whatever it may be, just be consistent with it, and I think you'll reach your goals. And just a few more things to say is, obviously some movements are different. So for the handstand, it's a pretty low intensity exercise. So you know, unlike the one-arm pull-up, where you can probably train like twice a week. Otherwise, if you train more than that, you're probably gonna hurt yourself, or it's not optimal. Whereas I think the handstand, you can probably train almost every day, as long as you you know, make sure you warm up your joints properly. And if you do start, because you know, your joints do take a bit longer to recover, so that's kind of the only thing that's really preventing you from training as much as you want. But I think for this kind of exercise, the high frequency is really the way to do it. And that's kind of, I think, why I finally improved so much this last month, is because I was just training it all the time since I'm stuck at home. Whereas before, I would kind of just do it sporadically, you know, 5-10 minutes a week or something, and it would just nothing, I would have no improvements. And yeah, and I guess, yeah, you know, people have different genetics. People are just better at different things, and I think you shouldn't let it stress you out. One thing that's really frustrating is, you know, I'm pretty athletic, or at least I like to think I am. And I'm, you know, for most things, like, I'm pretty good at balancing as well. Like, I would bike from where I used to live in college to the swimming pool. Is about a 5-minute bike ride. I would bike that entire way without touching the what do you call it? The handle of the bike. So basically, I'll just go, just lean left and right to scooter. Sorry, this video's all over the place. But yeah, I would maneuver going left and right, just leading to get to the pool. And obviously this is dangerous and stupid, but I was probably 17, 18, 19 at the time. But you know, I thought because of that, I should probably be pretty good at, you know, learning the handstand. It should be really quick, but it wasn't the case. So I guess it just depends on who you are, and what I'm trying to say is, you know, you shouldn't let your genetics upset you. Those are just what you're born with, and you know, if it's going to take you a long time to learn the handstand, you know, so be it. Just enjoy the process, right? Enjoy the process, be consistent, and as long as you enjoy the process, it doesn't even matter if you reach your goal, right? Because at least you're enjoying it. So I think that's really the point. I'm pretty stoked. My handstand improved, and if handstands are something that you're still struggling to get, just, yeah, be consistent. And even someone like me who's been failing at it for 5 years managed to kind of get an improvement. So yeah, that's all. Best of luck.